Hey there, beautiful people. I'm Scott, and this is Vybe Check, your weekly dose of what's happening in the country with spotlight recaps, interviews, and adventures. We'll feature everything that is our culture. Vybe Check is live and has so much in store for you this evening, so share the link with your friends. I say it every week. Invite them to watch, like and subscribe to ZIZ Online, YouTube channel and Facebook page while you're there. So, before we jump into the show, we had such an amazing show last episode, and I tend to like to whet your appetite for what's to come. So let's check out this recap before we go any further. Now that we've worked your appetite a little bit, hopefully you've gathered your friends and you've asked them to join the live and watch. Now, up next, before I get ahead of myself, we're going to have some interviews with the inter-primary school champions, the Dr. William Connor Primary, and the organizing committee of Junior Soodam. That is an exciting event that is coming up in Culturama this August. All right, so before we move too far into the show, I haven't done my makeup artist enough justice. Shout out to our makeup artist, Cassia. She does it every time. She hits every time. Shout out to our partners at SK Fashion Plus who always get me right. I hope my yes, gets me right with the fits. Yes. So we are so grateful for their unwavering support. We're going to take this break to acknowledge them and give you an opportunity to invite more persons to join.
It's time that we realize that we must work together to thrive. The world as we know it, the sky and below it. Could I never have more wonder? Yeah, with life and all you see and the climate's changing,
but hope is remaining.
And we can't ignore the future. It depends on you and me. One chance, all that we got. One voice, together we start. Take care, the world where we live. Permite a todos vivir. Tomamos la oportunidad para guardar la humanidad. And I must leave no one behind because we are. One climate, one Caribbean. One climate, one Caribbean.
Join us on ZIZ TV for Youth Lounge with Sconaiper, a talk show on vital topics such as tourism, entrepreneurship, education, religion, sex education, and mental health, featuring experts from St. Kitts and Nevis and the Caribbean region. Tune in live on the first and third Wednesday of every month at 8:30 p.m. on ZIZ TV.
Healthwise on ZIZ TV, Mondays at 8:30 p.m. Hosted by Dr. Monique Lescott, Dr. Jolette Woodley, and Dr. Patrice Lawrence.
Another day in the books. Well, hello there. Ooh, she pretty from head to toe, and are you ready to go? Wait there. Whew. Can't afford to slip up. Not even in my dreams.
Welcome back, guys. In this segment, we're going to tell you all about what's happening for this Easter weekend and any activities that are happening. We tend to like to keep you informed. And so what's happening is a segment that keeps you on the ground with what's happening and in terms of events, fetes, activities, community fetes, activities, that type of thing. So right now we have an event coming up in March 30th. Reassurance or Resurgence. It's promised to be a big event that's happening on March 30th. We have another event that's coming up this weekend. We have DJ Terra's event that's coming up on March 31st. And it's promised to be one of the biggest summer events, opening summer events that is going to be happening here in St. Kitts. So if you're not here on the island, don't worry, we'll keep you covered. Next we have Hit and Run. We know that this is a popular song, so of course there's going to be an event on it. It's happening on March 30th at Club Camel. It's a big people's party, so if you like those old school music, that old school vibe, check out this event on March 30th. We have, well, this is actually happening today, March 28th. So when you're done with Vibe Check, we're going to set the tone. We're going to give you that vibe, prepare you for that event that's happening this evening down at Champions Bar. Check it out. It's promised to be fun and exciting. Right. We have a fun day that's coming up on March 29th. That's tomorrow. So if you're looking for something to do, check out this fun day. It is going to be exciting. The lineup is crazy. It's a day to experience, right? So we're going to jump into a short break. We've given you a little bit of what's going to be happening over the weekend. But let's now get into the meat of the matter. Right? So before we get into that, we're going to take a short break because up next we have the Inter-Primary School champions, the Dr. William Connor champs, and they're excited to be here. And so we're going to take a break and welcome them on Vibe Check with us. We'll be right back.
We will never give up the fight. Feel the temperature rise, storms intensify. It's time that we realize that we must work together to thrive.
The world as we know it, the sky and below it. Could I never have more wonder? Yeah, with life and all you see and the climate's changing,
But hope is remaining.
and we can't ignore the future. It depends on you and me. The Caribbean Sea, it's a part of me. We're all in this together, even if we are apart. Moon and all the swans, tú le mundo son. We're all in this together, no son para beyond. One chance, all that we got. One voice, together we strive. Take care, the world where we live. Permite a todos vivir. Tomamos la oportunidad para guardar la humanidad. And I must leave no one behind because we are répondons tous notre planète Terre. Je n'ai pas imaginé un jour un monde sans vie. We're never losing as long as we're moving
towards a better future. It belongs to you and me.
Let's be persistent.
We'll be resilient.
We're all in this together, even if we are apart. Y todos sabemos que todo lo que hacemos. We're all in this together, afecta nuestro mundo. One chance, all that we got. One voice, together we start. Take care, the world where we live. Permite a todos vivir. Tomamos la oportunidad para guardar la humanidad. And I must leave no one behind because we are one climate, one Caribbean. One climate, one Caribbean. The world as we know it, the sky and below it. Could I never have more wonder? Yeah, with life and all, you see now everything's changing.
But hope is remaining.
And we can't ignore the future. It depends on you and me. Yeah. One chance, all that we got. One voice, together we start. Take care, the world where we live. Permite a todos vivir. Tomamos la oportunidad para guardar la humanidad. And I must leave no one behind because we are. One chance, all that we got. One voice, together we start. Take care, the world where we live. Permite a todos vivir. Tomamos la oportunidad para guardar la humanidad. And I must leave no one behind because we are. One climate, one Caribbean. We're never giving up the fight. One climate, one Caribbean.
Join us on ZIZ TV for Youth Lounge with Sconaiper, a talk show on vital topics such as tourism, entrepreneurship, education, religion, sex education, and mental health. Featuring experts from St. Kitts and Nevis and the Caribbean region. Tune in live on the first and third Wednesday of every month at 8:30 p.m. on ZIZ TV.
Healthwise on ZIZ TV, Mondays at 8:30 p.m. Hosted by Dr. Monique Lescott, Dr. Jolette Woodley, and Dr. Patrice Lawrence.
And we're back to Vybe Check, guys. I am here with two students from the Dr. William Connor Primary School, and they're going to tell us all about their experience for this past Rams Inter-Primary School competition where they were successful. They're smiling, they're excited to tell us all about their journey to championship. All right, so before we start, we're going to have them introduce themselves. So we'll start with this cute, oh, isn't she the cutest young lady right here?
My name is Vanicia Phillip.
Vanicia Phillip.
And I'm 8 years old.
And you're 8 years old.
My name is Zarik De Costa and I'm 11 years old.
Zarik De Costa and you're 11 years old. Your specialty, your race of choice is long or short distance? Long distance. You're a long distance runner. So I'm sure that you had a lot of extra training to do. Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to tell me a little bit about it? Did you have to train every day? Or Mondays? You said Mondays and Wednesdays after school. How was that for you? Tough. But you put in the work.
Yeah.
Are you happy with the success after putting in the work? So what lesson did you learn from that? Hard work pays out, right? Tell me about your experience.
Both. I had to work hard and train harder.
Train hard, yeah. So you also had to train on Mondays and Wednesdays?
Yes, and I have my own coach too, Tuesdays and Thursdays.
So you trained 4 days a week?
Sometimes.
Wow. And your specialty, so you're a long distance runner or a short distance?
Both.
Both. Ah. How are you able to balance in terms of your school work and your 4 days of training?
Sometimes I just study good, and then for a few minutes, then I will go train for a few minutes, then I will rest and do the same thing again.
So when you come home, you would do your homework, go over your work, and then you will go into training. Yes. And at 11 years old, you're seeing even in that it pays off because you're a champion. So how does it feel to be named
it feels
champion
great.
school?
It feels great.
It feels great. So tell us about the medals on your chest.
You see? Yeah.
So you got some golds there. Which race did you get golds in?
The 200 meter hurdles. Just the 200 meter hurdles.
Nice.
Yes.
Was this your first time running hurdles? This is tell us about that. How did you get into running hurdles?
It's just my favorite. I started training at the stadium and I felt good, and I realized my coach was telling me I was good at it, so I did it more and then I got better at it.
So with practice you were able to, that's good. And when you started out first, I'm sure when you began you were a bit scared, were you? Just seeing the obstacles ahead of you and having to jump over those.
Yes.
You were a bit scared. But with practice, you notice that, hey, I'm getting better at this, and you were able to win gold from that.
Yes.
So, tell me about your experience. Tell us about your gold medals. I see you're rocking gold as well.
This one is from the relay, and the second one is from the pentathlon.
Nice. Tell us about the pentathlon.
The pentathlon one, I had to do the 100 down, and for the relay, I just went half a run track.
Nice. What was on your mind while you were running? That you had to win, or my other teammates?
My other teammates.
That's good. So both of you would have noticed that two things I'm getting from this conversation, well, three things. Practice makes, not perfect, but you get better. You always get better when you practice. And teamwork makes the dream work. And another thing is that if you put your mind to something, you will achieve it. And I see the two of you doing that, even in just going on the line and competing, because I'm sure when you see the others on the line, what's on your mind?
They could beat me.
They could beat you.
Yes.
But you still believed in yourself.
Yes.
Does your mom encourage you?
Yes.
Yeah. You as well?
Yeah.
Do you think you get a lot of support? You think the support that's around you helped you win? Knowing that even if I didn't win, my mom is home cheering for me still.
Yeah.
Or in the stadium cheering for me still. Yeah. And you think that's important?
Yeah.
So you want to encourage other children your age who might be interested in track and field.
Yeah, good.
What would you tell them?
That always be positive and don't afraid anyone else.
Right.
And don't show no expression. Like if you're hurt, the other team will think they have a better chance of winning. So you don't have to show no expression. You have to just be yourself.
You have to have a poker face. You're strategic. I like that. I can see you getting far with that mindset. What about you? What would you tell other young ladies that may be looking up to you, even in your school? Because this was on a inter-primary, so it wasn't just your classmates or your schoolmates, it's other schools. So what would you tell other young ladies?
I would tell them, believe in yourself. Yeah. Don't be afraid that you think you might lose, and think the other person running with you might beat you. You need to encourage yourself so that you're going to win.
That's true. Always encourage yourself. Guys, we've been talking to the champs, and we understand by speaking with them why they're champs. They believe in themselves and they believe in team spirit. So let's just give you a little highlight of them winning the competition last weekend. Check this highlight.
give up the fight. Feel the temperature rise, storms intensify. It's time that we realize that we must work together to thrive.
The world as we know it, the sky and below it. Could I never have more wonder? Yeah, with life and all you see and the climate's changing,
but hope is remaining.
And we can't ignore the future. It depends on you and me. Caribbean Sea, it's a part of me. We're all in this together, even if we are apart. Moon and all the swan, Tule mundo son. We're all in this together, no son, Caribbean. One chance, all that we got. One voice, together we start. Take care, the world where we live. Permite a todos vivir. Tomamos la oportunidad pa' guardar la humanidad. And I must leave no one behind because we are one climate, one Caribbean. One climate, one Caribbean. Nous en dépendons tous, notre planète. Je n'ai pas imaginé un jour un monde sans vie. We're never losing, as long as we're moving.
Towards a better future, it belongs to you and me.
Let's be persistent,
We'll be resilient.
we're all in this together, even if we are apart. Y todos sabemos que todo lo que hacemos, we're all in this together, afecta nuestro mundo. One chance, all that we got. One voice, together we start. Take care, the world where we live. Permite a todos vivir. Tomamos la oportunidad pa' guardar la humanidad. And I must leave no one behind because we are one climate, one Caribbean. One climate, one Caribbean. The world as we know it, the sky and below it. Could I never have more wonder? Yeah, with life and all you see now everything's changing,
But hope is remaining.
and we can't ignore the future. It depends on you and me. Yeah. One chance, all that we got. One voice, together we start. Take care, the world where we live. Permite a todos vivir. Tomamos la oportunidad pa' guardar la humanidad. And I must leave no one behind because we are one chance, all that we got. One voice, together we start. Take care, the world where we live. Permite a todos vivir. Tomamos la oportunidad pa' guardar la humanidad. And I must leave no one behind because we are one climate, one Caribbean. Never giving up the fight. One climate, one Caribbean.
Healthwise on ZIZ TV, Mondays at 8:30 p.m. Hosted by Dr. Monique Lescott, Dr. Jolette Woodley, and Dr. Patrice Lawrence.
Join us on ZIZ TV for Youth Lounge with Sniper, a talk show on vital topics such as tourism, entrepreneurship, education, religion, sex education, and mental health. Featuring experts from St. Kitts and Nevis and the Caribbean region. Tune in live on the first and third Wednesday of every month at 8:30 p.m. on ZIZ TV.
This is the preliminary. It's the first leg of the 4x1 preliminary here. It's the top o'clock. They're following the Till Williams. see me on the inside, 10 o'clock on the outside. DJ coming through in lane 1, looking quite good, speeding away to the finish line. DJ coming through, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, the 4x1 is second leader. But they move on the 13 years, look like that 10 o'clock. Well, it is Irish Town going, followed there by Bronte Wells. Let us followed there by the doctor with the corner on the inside. This is going to be quite close. Coming down the straight away. Doctor with the corner trying to catch up, but it's the Irish down down the score. Running away from the rest of the competitions. You want to take rather close. It looks as though Doctor with the corner unofficially on the 30 more. The second league for the 4x1 100 meters. Let us see what is happening here. This door is there. We did the primary school already running up on the competition the first round. Looking good. By the doctor in the primary school, coming down the straight away, rapidly moving to the finish line. It's going to be the doctor in the primary school that takes his one. Rapidly. All right. Followed there by ladies and gentlemen, 4x1 meters on the 11 girls. When they go look at the St. Paul's Primary School, followed there by the St. Clark Primary School, Sanderford Primary School, Irish Town Primary School, Bronte Wells and Gateway. First hand off to Gateway looking good on the inside. Primary School. And St. Paul's on the outside. Irish Town on the inside. Oh my! Irish Town, yes. Okay. We are off the other 11 boys. 4x1 meters. Sweet juice and you're not leaving. Meters to go, Primary School coming down the straight away. Mr. Guy St. Paul's is going to have this first race. Is it going to be St. Paul's? Yes, it is. St. Paul's, followed by the Primary, the big lights of Primary School taking over. It looks as though we're going to have the pure Primary School in Lake. They taking command of this one now, coming down to follow here. By St. Louis, the Irish Town Primary School. It's Irish Town Keon. Lake out of Keon. Followed here by the Irish Town Primary School in Warner. Oh no, ICCS coming to there as well. With Irish working very hard for the final 40 meters on there.
Guys, you saw them dominating those races. We saw the dust being left behind. Hard work definitely pays off. And at Vybe Check, you know we're all about the surprises. I guess who popped in to give some congratulatory messages and sharing the good vibes that we have here. Honorable Minister Connors Meenad, welcome to Vybe Check.
Thank you very much, former student.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Former computer science lecturer.
Yep. It's amazing to see how you have grown up.
Right. I hope I'm doing you proud.
Absolutely.
So you're here with us this evening to congratulate the Dr. William Connor Primary School. You're the representative for constituency number 3.
Correct.
And so I'm sure they did you proud when they went out and dominated. They dominated last year. I mean, just years.
Yep. 5 out of the last 8,
yes.
I think. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So how do you feel?
Yeah, so obviously, firstly, I want to congratulate the team, the school, for all of the work that they're doing, the leadership of the school, from the principal down to all the teachers. Some of them are here now, the principal, Sir Julian. And obviously, the athletes who are joining here this evening, all the other athletes who gave their heart and soul, I must say, village again. I unfortunately, I have to say village again. But we've had a good one, not only in the sports there, but in a number of other things. And so we're very pleased in the community that we're pulling off some wins. But this is about the children and the effort that they put in.
Yes.
They've gone all out. They do the training. They have the mentality, the attitude, as I think Kobe used to say, the Mamba mentality.
Definitely see it.
You have to have that in you, and they have it. And I want to wish them all the best. Keep at it to you and your classmates and so on. Sports is actually go hand in hand with education, so sports can open up a lot of opportunities for you. So if you're good at it, stick at it, and we're going to be here to support you.
Yes.
So congratulations to you. You know that I love you guys tremendously, and I wish you every success.
Yes, guys.
Yep. Good. Tell your mom hello for me, because I know she's going to be watching. Yes. And you too. Tell your family hello for me, all of them. All right, your sister and everybody. Give them my blessings.
All right, guys. So we've been chatting with the Honorable Minister. We're going to hear from the principal of the school, Miss Jessica Jeffers, a stalwart, a big villager. Who knows Jessica knows. And the team coach. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to be right back with a short interview with them. Stick and stay.
We will never give up the fight. Feel the temperature rise, souls intensify. It's time that we realize that we must work together to thrive.
The world as we know it, the sky and below it. Could I never have more wonder? Yeah, with life and all you see, and the climate's changing.
But hope is remaining.
And we can't ignore the future. It depends on you and me. The Caribbean Sea, it's a part of me. We're all in this together, even if we are apart. Moon and all the swarm, moon and moon the storm. We're all in this together, no song, Caribbean. One chance, all that we got. One voice, together we start. Take care, the world where we live. Permite a todos vivir. Tomamos la oportunidad. Nous en dépendons tous, notre planète. Je n'ai pas imaginé un jour un monde sans vie. We're never losing, as long as we're moving
towards a better future. It belongs to you and me.
Let's be persistent,
We'll be resilient.
we're all in this together, even if we are apart. Y todos sabemos que todo lo que hacemos, we're all in this together, afecta nuestro mundo. One chance, all that we got. One voice, together we start. Take care, the world where we live. Permite a todos vivir. Tomamos la oportunidad para guardar la humanidad. And I must leave no one behind, because we are one climate, one Caribbean. One climate, one Caribbean. The world as we know.
Join us on ZIZ TV for Youth Lounge with Skanaipa, a talk show on vital topics such as tourism, entrepreneurship, education, religion, sex education, and mental health, featuring experts from St. Kitts and Nevis and the Caribbean region. Tune in live on the first and third Wednesday of every month at 8:30 p.m. on ZIZ TV.
Welcome back, guys. We are here. We are back with the head, the top, the dogs at the Dr. William Connor Primary School. And we know that with every good foundation, it requires a strong leadership. And so we are here. We're joined with the principal of the Dr. William Connor Primary School, Miss Jessica Jeffers.
Hi.
And team lead, team coach. Tell me your title.
Team coach,
Team
teacher.
coach. All right, so I'm going to have them introduce themselves, even though I obviously have a personal relationship with Jessica. She was one of my dance teachers when I was an ATVT girl, so it's such a privilege to have her in this capacity to chat with her. So I'm going to have them introduce themselves. I won't talk anymore. I'll start with Jessica. Jessica, you'll introduce yourself.
ITV Land, no, Champsville here. Jessica Jeffers, now principal, but I hold two caps, two heads, where I try to work with the team still to ensure that, we dominate and still try to take the school in principal leadership.
Team coach.
Julian Filbert, team coach, sports director, Dr. William Connor Primary School.
But as the sports director, you're obviously charged with a major task and responsibility to bring home that championship. So what's your strategy? If you want to tell us all your secrets, you can. But what is the main thing that brings you success?
The athletes, the teachers, the community. We depend mostly on those three aspects to be successful.
So what about the training? How do you, because they're younger, I could imagine that the high school students would be able to deal with a bit more in terms of training and the ability to manage and balance life and extracurricular activities. These are much younger. So how are you able to deal with that dynamic?
Well, for us, we depend mostly on the students going to their individual coaches, and we can identify some areas that we can work on, but usually I'm a teacher. Ms. Shepherd's now principal has more on her plate. It used to be the both of us working in tandem trying to make sure, along with the other teachers, but we are teachers as well, so we have to balance being able to teach and assist with the athletes.
Okay. And Jessica, as principal, you're tasked with an even bigger responsibility. I mean, you might not be directly involved, but you still have a major part to play in the success of your team. So how are you able to give a helping hand, and in what capacity do you show up?
Well, because it's the norm for me to, as you say, be integrated into the team. It became natural for me. It became like ABC, and before I became principal, this is what I used to do all the time. Work alongside with Filbert and the other teachers. So it wasn't really too difficult for me.
So what would you say is the main driver for your success as a team, other than the support that you would have spoken about in terms of family, community? Is there any secrets? Because when I spoke to the Child's Email Secondary School, they had a similar feel. Their energy was similar in terms of the support that came from the teachers, the parents, the all-around support. And I think that plays a vital part in the success of anyone, any child or anyone pursuing anything. So I guess ultimately the end result is what? Support and guidance and seeing their weaknesses, like you would have said, Coach, that you would liaise with their individual coaches to help strengthen them on their own individual basis, which is great. Yes. So in terms of anything to look forward to from the students, any camps, any training activities, anything that they're going to be involved in to prepare them for the next time around? Is there anything that is happening for them? No, not as yet.
Well, besides the continuous training with their private coaches.
Okay.
Yes, we because sports is a big it's a big part of village, and the children, they're accustomed to winning when it comes to sports and academics. The drive is there. So when we're not doing track and field season, there is the football, there is the cricket.
Right.
There is I can't say netball, but we're bringing back the netball just now. So there is always a competitive nature in the children. So I think they're going to be ready and
prepared for next time
year.
around.
Yes.
Because they're obviously all-rounders, and so
yes,
they're going to take that time to keep them, whatever other activities they're involved in, will keep them well fit and prepared for track and field next year.
Correct.
All right. Oh, we've been chatting with the helm of the championships, the team coach and principal of the Dr. William Connor Primary School. They've been giving us a bit of insight on how they were able to win this championship this time around. And as Honorable Minister would have said, 5 of 8 in this competition. So kudos to you guys. We congratulate you here at Vybe Check. We're going to take a quick break, guys, and we're going to be right back with the team from Soodam, Junior Soodam, an exciting event that is coming up in August, guys. We'll be right back after these words.
Join us on ZIZ TV for Youth Lounge with Sconaiper, a talk show on vital topics such as tourism, entrepreneurship, education, religion, sex education, and mental health, featuring experts from St. Kitts and Nevis and the Caribbean region. Tune in live on the 1st and 3rd Wednesday of every month at 8:30 p.m. on ZIZ TV.
We will never give up the fight. Feel the temperature rise, storms intensify. It's time that we realize that we must work together to thrive.
The world as we know it, the sky and below it. Could I never have more wonder? Yeah, with life and all you see and the climate's changing,
but hope is remaining.
And we can't ignore the future. It depends on you and me. Caribbean sea, it's a part of me. We're all in this together, even if we are apart. Moon and all the swans, tout le monde somos. We're all in this together, nous sommes Caribbean. One chance, all that we got. One voice, together we start. Take care the world where we live. Permite a todos vivir. Tomamos la oportunidad. Nous en dépendons tous, notre planète Terre. Je n'ai pas imaginé un jour un monde sans vie. We're never losing, as long as we're moving
towards a better future. It belongs to you and me.
Let's be persistent,
We'll be resilient.
we're all in this together, even if we are apart. Y todos sabemos que todo lo que hacemos, we're all in this together, afecta nuestro mundo. One chance, all that we got. One voice, together we start. Take care the world where we live. Permite a todos vivir. Tomamos la oportunidad para guardar la humanidad. And I must leave no Could I never have more wonder? Yeah, with life and all, you see now everything's changing.
But hope is remaining.
And we can't ignore the future. It depends on you and me. Yeah. One chance, all that we got. One voice, together we start. Take care, the world where we live. Permite a todos vivir. Tomamos la oportunidad para guardar la humanidad. And I must leave no one behind because we are. One chance, all that we got. One voice, together we start. Take care, the world where we live. Permite a todos vivir. Tomamos la oportunidad para guardar la humanidad. And I must leave no one behind because we are. One climate, one Caribbean. Never giving up the fight. One climate, one Caribbean.
Healthwise on ZIZ TV, Mondays at 8:30 p.m. Hosted by Dr. Malik Lescott, Dr. Jolette Woodley, and Dr. Patrice Lawrence.
Join us on ZIZ TV for Youth Lounge with Scanaiper, a talk show on vital topics such as tourism, entrepreneurship, education, religion, sex education, and mental health. Featuring experts from St. Kitts and Nevis and the Caribbean region. Tune in live on the first and third Wednesday of every month at 8:30 p.m. on ZIZ TV.
Welcome back, guys. Guess who's in studio with us? Familiar faces, perhaps? We're going to be chatting right now with the organizers of Junior Soodam, and they're going to tell us all about this exciting event that is for our junior soca artists that are upcoming and want to showcase their talent. So let's welcome our guests to Vybe Check. Welcome. I'll have them introduce themselves. They introduced themselves to me already, but I'm getting older, so I'll have names. I'll have them introduce themselves. We'll start with LaDonna. See, I remember her name, but still.
Good night, everyone. My name is LaDonna Pemberton, better known as Soca Empress.
Soca Empress, a familiar face, like I said.
And my name is Mervyn Thompson.
I'm Vanallarine Francis.
And Vanallarine Francis. So you guys are the masterminds behind Junior Soodam. What is Junior Soodam?
Junior Soodam is an art form for the children to express themselves and venture into the arena if they have interest.
Of soca.
Of soca, yes.
So this is strictly soca.
For now, yes.
For now.
Because Junior Soodam is, as Donna said, is for younger persons, children generally,
and the age
between
range 5 and 16.
Okay. So we kind of want to get them from primary school to high school. Some people might be put off by the age gap, but I don't think that it's a difficult one. Like from our research, from looking at competitions across the region, the Caribbean region, it's actually the younger persons who were performing better than the older ones, which is surprising. You know, so it's just something we want to engender here. It's about the preservation of culture as well. We know specifically for Culturama, because that's when we intend to have it, where it's to be staged the first ever July 14th during Culturama, just before the official start of Culturama, but it is for Culturama 50. So for Culturama generally there's Junior, Calypso, Monarch and the Children Parade, which is the only thing for Culturama. So we had the idea last year and we are pushing forward with putting it on. So the idea is if they have an interest in singing, they might not have a song. That is fine. We already have beats from local producers, from regional producers. We have songs actually already written by LaDonna and another team member as well, Pakis, as many persons would know. They've already written like 3 songs in this space of maybe 2 days from the time that we got the beats, and they just came up with ideas. I mean, if it is that so if you come to us, you register, and registration is open. Should be closing on the 1st of April. Persons can go to the website, they can scan a QR code to register right away. So again, if they don't have a song, it's okay. We already have songs prepared, and it's not just for what older persons might term as kwelbe. So, if you have an interest in gospel soca, please come on down. You know, it doesn't matter. The songs are already written, some songs. So if it is that parents might say, you know, I don't like these lyrics, it's okay. Right. Totally okay. Right. Like, you have enough time. That's why we want registration to be at April, so that we know how many persons we have. The participants and the parents and producers have enough time to go over it before, you know, you lay the voice. And the aim is to have these songs actually registered, so that the persons can get their royalties. We see that over the years, people with the age of the internet and just knowledge, you know, people becoming more aware. So persons are suing for their royalties from way back when they had hit songs and stuff like that, you know, suing for their royalties and all of that. So we're trying to get them started on the right track. I guess.
So the aim of Soodam is not only to, like you said, to preserve culture, it's also to basically teach them the music industry, how to survive, how to earn, how to build themselves as an artist in the art form. Okay.
So the intention, of course, is to ensure that we educate the kids. We educate the kids, and we also want to educate the parents, so that they, you know, they have that foundation and support system. You know, of course, you know, they'll have to be the watchdog over their children's copyright. But also, you know, we've realized that there's also this need. For example, when you go to carnival, children's carnival, they're dancing to the adult songs. There's this gap where the children are supposed to be able to, you know, have their own songs to sing to. They can, you know, come together. Eventually, we want to have, you know, we want to cut, you know, same thing with the youth before. We have this kind of competition where schools would want to actually participate and even more. And, you know, this.
And you could actually have I could see that eventually blowing into an actual children's carnival, a full-blown children's carnival, where you have the bands having the children on singing. The band singing.
Exactly. To develop that stage. So it has to start somewhere. You understand? And it makes sense because, of course, we have. You say when someone has been broken in badly, you know, we have persons who are, you know, they have the bad habit of not doing things the right way. It makes sense to start from young so that they understand, so that we're actually healing the future. And that's, you know, for lack of a better phrase. But yes, so we have had some collaboration. You know, you'll see that we recently put out a promo with Moto. Moto he's such a nice guy, you know. He's a sweetheart.
Moto, if people don't know.
Lashley Winter, but you know,
he's out of St. Lucia.
He sang the song Uber. What is the other one?
Call the Uber.
Call the Uber.
No.
Yeah.
I can't sing, so
I know he starts his.
Yeah. You know, and
that was one.
I think one. What do you say? One woman.
Yeah.
One woman.
There are a bunch of different songs, but he is on board. He's willing to do one of the prizes that we want to give. We will be giving actually. Is a collaboration with different artists.
I saw in the promo that he said he will be collaborating with the top 3.
Yes.
That's great.
So yes. So we also have Dada. He's known as it's a Dada Music Factory. He's the one that did the beat for Family. He's from Dominica.
Okay.
He's also on board, and he wants to work with Number One.
Okay.
So it can be a collaboration with data and whatever. We're also contacting other individuals. We're just waiting on confirmation, and we will be able to reveal those. We want to hold on to it, and not bring it out right away, but and of course LaDonna, Queen,
definitely.
she's going to also be in the collaboration as well.
So for persons wanting to register their kids, because this seems to be a already done package in terms of you don't necessarily have to have a song prepared. You just come, register, and everything is basically.
We want to encourage them to write.
You encourage the creativity, but don't let the fact that you're not a writer stop you from.
Have the talent, then bring it.
Exactly.
Right.
You already have a nice singing voice, and we have also Marshall Montano on board in terms of assisting with the recording. He can do a collaboration, but he can guide them in the recording of the songs, whoever the top 3 are. And there are also other prizes. We'll give them laptops, we'll give them cash prizes, we'll also give the school something. While it's not generally like we're putting it to Bastia or Washington or somebody, it's for the children, but there's something for the schools
will
as
benefit.
well. Yeah,
So to encourage is basically to incentivize and basically help them understand this is an avenue that you could get into. It's open for anyone.
Exactly. And to also improve the just music production generally and soca music in St. Kitts and Nevis. So when they reach adulthood and they want to venture into the big people soca, they're coming with punchy songs.
Yes, and
because we always hear people saying the songs are man sweet, the lyrics this, just the quality is just not there. So we want to
catch them while they're young.
And season that from a young age.
I love that. Guys,
one of the things I just wanted to add, that one of the things that we've also discussed is it may not happen this year, but next year we will also want to do a songwriters camp for the kids.
Nice.
So it's all about the development of the art form, and as Mervan clearly stated before, the preservation of the culture.
Nice.
Yes.
I was saying the registration link is on the website.
And your website
on the Facebook page, Instagram, and we will be having some copies at the cultural office.
Awesome.
So JRSocadam.com.
So give me one last run through of your social media spaces where persons can register. Its website is
jrsoca.com. Same thing on Instagram, on Facebook. Yeah.
And the age is from 5 to 16. And you could find the guidelines and all the information that you would need to get your child registered and involved in this venture, or this, what would you call it? This venture. Because I can see them becoming, that's how Marshall Montana started up.
Exactly.
One question that has been asked is saying, if there's a cash prize. Yes, there is.
For the top 3.
Yes, for the top 3. Yes.
But the information is on your website. It's on your social media platforms. So guys, if you're interested, register your kids. It's an opportunity for them to grow and be great. We've been chatting with the organizers for Junior Soca. We're going to take a quick break and we're going to be right back.
We will never give up the fight. Feel the temperature rise, souls intensify. It's time that we realize that we must work together to thrive. The world as we know it, the sky and below it. Could I never have more wonder? Yeah, with life and all you see and the climate's changing,
but hope is remaining.
And we can't ignore the future. It depends on you and me. Caribbean Sea, it's a part of me. We're all in this together, even if we are apart. Moon and all the swan, moon and moon the storm. We're all in this together, no song, Caribbean.
Join us on ZIZ TV for Youth Lounge with Skanaipa, a talk show on vital topics such as tourism, entrepreneurship, education, religion, sex education, and mental health. featuring experts from St. Kitts and Nevis and the Caribbean region. Tune in live on the first and third Wednesday of every month at 8:30 p.m. on ZIZ TV.
So much to do, so little time. So much to say, so little time. Guys, this has been Vybe Check. This is unfortunately the end of the show. But before we go, I just want to take this opportunity to thank you for tuning in, for staying with us, and being a part of tonight's show. Stick in, stay for more. We're going to be back next Thursday. This has been Vybe Check. I'm your host, Scott. Have a happy and safe Easter. Bye.